Hi, Nick from Scope Training, and today we're going to have a quick look at the difference between a risk and a hazard. These terms are often used interchangeably. There is a difference, however, and very quickly I'll explain the difference. So, 2 seconds, write down what you think a risk is, and then write down what you think a hazard is. Go. Cool. Many definitions might be something like the risk is a potential that an event may cause harm or something like that, especially since you think about the health and safety aspect. And a hazard, you probably started going, it's kind of the same thing. Easiest way to think about it is a risk is a chance that something may occur. All right. Looking more broadly than health and safety, a chance that something may occur that might give us impacts or effects in all ranges of things. So financially, yeah, sure, to people, to our schedules, it's me drawing some Gantt charts, to the environment. Right. So a risk is kind of broad in that context. I know with health and safety things, we tend to drill down and look at the risk to the people and so on, but risk is quite broad there, okay? And the risk is just a chance that an event may occur. A hazard, its most apt definition, I think, is really the source of harm. The actual thing that's going to cause harm to this person. And a hazard is very situational. So what I'm going to draw here, and I'm the worst at drawing, so forgive me for this in advance. I'll explain to you what I'm drawing, just so it makes a bit more sense. This is a boat, okay, and here's Mr. Green, because Mr. Green is awesome and he loves going on boats. 2 Mr. Greens, and Mr. Green's friend is swimming. Okay. We'll draw some water, just to help Mr. Green swim and help the boat float. Cool. So we've got this situation here, and all of a sudden, we've got Mr. Grey. Okay, and using our little definition, what are the hazards here? Okay. Most people went, okay, well, Mr. Grey, Mr. Sharky is going to be a hazard. We've got other hazards, sure. The water itself is a hazard. The boat's a hazard because it's got this cool engine that could hurt people. All right, so all these hazards are just potential things that could occur. Now, when we look at a risk, what's a risk? Well, the shark's not a risk anymore. That was a hazard. But an event, a shark attack, that's an event. Okay, so that becomes a risk. Drowning, that's an event. All right. Water being the hazard, that's a risk. Getting hurt by the prop, again, that's an event, that's a risk. So it's quite easy to delineate the two when you actually put it into context. Risks are situational as well. So we're looking at the chance of this occurring. For this guy over here, we might say the likelihood is quite high. All right? He's bleeding pretty badly. We'll give him some blood. There we go. And this shark is super hungry. Okay, so we might say the likelihood for this risk event occurring is quite high. I'm going to use a 5, right? 1 out of 5 scale. What about for this guy over here? Is the risk of a shark attack the same? Well, no. You can say, look, it's dramatically reduced. They've got a boat, they've got a propeller. They don't love this guy too much. They can get away if the shark gets close. So you might say the likelihood of a shark attack in relation to this person might be a 2. It could still happen, right? But there's a lot less chance for it to occur. Assuming the impact's the same, what we do when we talk about the function of risk is the likelihood times the consequence, right, and gives us our rating. We multiply those two together. So you could say there's a higher risk rating for this person than for these people here. All right. So hopefully that's explained the difference between a risk and a hazard, and no longer will use them interchangeably. You'll use them appropriately. Okay. Source of harm, event. Cool, keywords there. Have an awesome day. And don't go next to Mr. Gray. He is evil. Okay, thank you.